On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I was able to turn 800 Rand all the way to 12,000 Rand within less than 4 hours of trading. So I'm going to be doing a breakdown at the end of the video. I'm also going to be showing you how I was able to withdraw the money and how it got into my South African bank account. Hey, what's up traders? Welcome back to Traders Room South Africa, the best trading channel in the country. If it is your first time on the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and join the family. If it is not your first time, welcome back to the channel. So family, I'm sure you guys saw on the previous video. For those who haven't seen that video, make sure that you click right over here. But on the previous video, I was able to flip 800 Rand all the way to 6,000 Rand. So I did a breakdown and I did show you how possible it is to actually flip that kind of money all the way to 6,000 Rand, right? So as you guys can see, based on today's title and thumbnail, today's trade I was able to flip 800 Rand all the way to 12,000 Rand in profit, and I literally withdrew 13,000 Rand, right? So I'm going to be doing a breakdown, but before we do a breakdown, I'm going to be going onto my cell phone and I'm going to be showing you the screen recordings of how I was able to take the trades from the beginning and just the steps I took to be able to flip this money all the way to 12,000 Rand within less than 4 hours worth of trading. So the very first screen recording that I'm going to show you is when we took the first trade, right? So it was like 12 o'clock in the morning, and we literally took the first trade, and you guys can see we had a negative running trades of like 82 Rand, and within a few minutes the trades actually skyrocketed and we started seeing profit, you know. So stick till the end and then I'm going to show you a breakdown of the thought process behind each trade. So a few hours passed by and you guys can see the beautiful formation right over here. The trade was able to actually push towards 2,900 or 3,000 Rand throughout the day, and the account was growing and we kept managing the trade throughout the day. So finally the market gave us a quick burst and it gave us a lot of volatility, and we were able to hold really good profits above 5,000 Rand, and throughout the day we were able to hold, and it didn't take long for the trades to actually go towards our take profit, you know. So you can see that the profit was 7,500 right over here. And yeah guys, we literally withdrew all this money and the overall withdrawal was 8,200 Rand. After this trade, I decided that I'm done for the day, but later on throughout the day, I actually saw another opportunity present itself. So remember, we withdrew 8,200 Rand, but I literally placed that withdrawal, so I couldn't put money back into the account. So I decided to fund straight from my bank account and put it into the trading account. So personally, I viewed it as, hey, I'm just taking some of the profit that I made today and funding it into the account. So I decided to fund another 800 Rand from my bank account while that withdrawal was still processing. I'm going to show you screenshots at the end, but we took a trade later on at night and I found a beautiful setup. I'm going to look at the screenshots over here. So it was around 6 when we took the trades, right? And it literally got straight into profit and we were floating around 800. And then it went all the way to 1,000 Rand. So the market was consolidating right over here and I found an opportunity, but I will do a breakdown. So throughout the course of the trade, it didn't take long for us to actually go towards targets. I think I held this trade for an hour, and you guys can see over here based on the screenshots, there was a shoulder head shoulder and I was able to secure the profit, and you can see that we were holding 3,000 Rand on this particular screen recording. And as the trade was going, you guys can see the history from the previous trade, and we literally waited until we closed at 5,400 Rand on this particular trade. So yeah traders, that's just a screen recording, and then I have screenshots of the overall profit for the day, which is 12,054 Rand and 35 cents. And then the overall withdrawal for the day was 13,715 Rand, which is basically including the deposit, right? So let's get into a breakdown on the charts, and let me show you how I was able to identify these trading setups. All right, traders, so right now I am on the charts and I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the trade that we took, right? The two trades we actually took. So here's the very first trade and here is the second trade we took. Let me start with the first one. I'm sure you guys remember this trade right over here. We did this in the previous video. I did a breakdown, so make sure you go watch that if you haven't yet. So let's start on the 1 hour time frame, and that's where we are currently. So my mindset behind the trade, I could see that we're in an overall uptrend, right? So what I decided to do, I decided to draw a trend line just to show us that we're actually starting to push up right now. So with that trend line being drawn, I could see that, hey man, we have the very first touch on this trend line and we do have the second touch on this trend line. So the market hadn't touched over here before we took the trade, or while I was still analyzing. That led me to the second step, right? So I could see that, yo man, we actually do have a key level right over here on the charts. And just to show you this key level better, you can see that there are multiple touches that were created. So I just knew that the market would react off this level, and it is a strong level to actually consider placing trades. So diving down to the 15-minute chart, I usually skip the 30-minute chart. I usually skip the 30-minute time frame because I don't use it, but it is important for those who do look for certain things on the 30-minute time frame. But on the 15-minute time frame, I could see that, hey man, we actually broke above this key level right over here. Let me use this arrow. We actually broke above the key level and we literally retested. So I just knew that from here we need to start pushing towards the upside, right? So that was another confirmation that I used. And then I'm gonna show you something that's really cool, or something that you guys can look out for. So you guys know that the market moves in 3 phases. We have an impulse move, a correction, and this is how the market always moves, and then we have an impulse. So the market does not only push up, it really consolidates, or it usually goes back down before going back up again. So if you look at this pattern right over here, we can see a similar pattern forming, and it is a continuation pattern. So let me just show you guys how this looks. So I literally saw that the market is actually forming some sort of continuation pattern towards the upside. So you guys can see this continuation pattern forming, and I just knew, yo, we have the perfect setup. We just need to wait for confirmation and entries. The market gave us an impulsive move. Let me use this. The market gave us an impulsive move. It gave us a correction, and it needs to go up from here, you know. So I then decided to go to the 5-minute time frame to look out for entries. So I saw another thing that I did see on this specific continuation pattern is that the market kept touching this specific trend line. So for me, it was just an indication that, hey, I need to look out for trades around the touch of this specific trend line. So while the market was still forming, I could see that, hey man, we have touched this specific trend line, and it also corresponds with the overall trend line that we did draw on the 1 hour time frame. So if I make this bigger, you guys will see that, hey man, these actually come together, right? So 1, 2, 3, third touch, and it was a perfect time for me to find entries. So I did find entries on the 1 minute time frame, but the 5-minute time frame is still visible enough for you to see how I entered these trades. So the market then formed a double bottom over here, and I just started basing my trades off this double bottom with all these other added confluences. So we placed the trade, beautiful trade, and you guys can see with the screenshots or the screen recordings that we got into profit immediately after placing the trade. So we did wait for a few hours. Profit was building, as you guys can see on the screen, and Another thing that you guys can see is that we do have an inverse shoulder, head, shoulder pattern. And yeah, this is the perfect setup, man. You know, I literally broke it down to the T. And how I found targets, we were looking at the previous high, you know. So we found the previous high over here. And I decided, hey, man, we need to take profit because there's no other place to take profit, you know. So I usually target these type of points in the market. I think the trade gave us like 142 points, and we closed at 7,400 rand profit, and we withdrew 8.2. It was a beautiful setup, and you can see that this market literally reversed after taking profit. So for me, I was proud of myself. I was happy that, hey man, my skill is improving, and yeah man, the trade literally respected us, you know. So I literally took profit, and then I closed the market. I closed MetaTrader immediately, you know. So you guys can see that the market went all the way down. All right, traders, so that leads me to the second trade that we did take for the day. Let me delete these so that the chart is clear. So throughout the day, I could see that, hey man, the overall trend is still an uptrend, even though the market gave us a very big drop in the market, right? So based on the 4-hour time frame, I could see that, hey man, we still are in an uptrend, and the market can still continue buying and giving us buy opportunities. So I literally drew a trend line again, and I could see that, hey man, the market has potential to continue pushing towards the upside. So I literally drew the trend line. You can see that we have the same concept over here. We have the very first touch on this market. The market gave us a second touch around this area, and then while the market was going down, I could see that we're gonna have a third touch. But let me go to the 1-hour time frame so that you guys can see how I actually executed this trade. So you guys can see the second touch, and I was anticipating the third touch, which did happen. And yeah guys, this was beautiful. So let me go to the 15-minute time frame again, and on the 15-minute time frame, I literally saw a key level once again. So let me draw a key level over here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go back to the 1-hour time frame so that I can break this down to you. So on this specific key level, you guys can see that the market is rejecting on this specific level, and it's giving an indication that this is a high confluence area and that the market is literally gonna reject from the specific level. So let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. I could see that, yo, the market is now it has touched this specific trend line, and now it's literally playing around the key level. And for those who want to see this candlestick over here, I could see that the market has formed a beautiful reversal candlestick, and that led me to go to the 5-minute time frame to look for entries. I actually entered using the 1-minute time frame, so let me actually go to the 1-minute chart and show you my mindset behind taking the actual trade. So with all that confirmation, I could see that, yo, the market is actually forming a small double bottom on the 1-minute time frame, and it literally broke out and gave more retest over here, and that's where we found our entries and took the entries, right? So we took the entries around this area, and the market gave us a small consolidation, which means that it gave us time to actually place the entry. So immediately the market went into profit, and this was a beautiful trade. So I did exit at this specific point in the market because, yeah, I was satisfied with the profit. I mean, holding 2 trades and it giving me around 4,800 rand profit was actually crazy to me. So I decided to leave the trades, and overall we closed the account at 5,400 rand. So the market did go all the way up, and hey man, imagine if we actually held these trades. I think it would have given us around 9,500 at the specific target at 249 points. but I was literally satisfied with the amount we made, because earlier that day we had closed a good profit. And yeah guys, if you think of it, 2 positions and having 5,000 rand made from 800 rand is actually a good amount, and I was happy and satisfied throughout the day, you know. So just looking at the 1 hour chart, you guys can see from this turning point the market literally went up and it's been pushing up. So that's how I was able to turn 800 rand all the way to 12,000 rand with these 2 trades. So I hope you guys found a lot of value in that lesson. Make sure that you do share this with a friend, and peace out. Alright traders, so we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys did find value, but before we actually end the video, I did promise to show you the withdrawals landing into my bank account. So the very first withdrawal landed on the same day, which was basically yesterday, and it was basically on Monday. And as you guys can see, I received a payment of 8,255 rand and 45 cents into savings account. And literally before I started recording this lesson, I was waiting for the second withdrawal to land, and I literally received 5,404 rand and 70 cents into savings account, right? So that is literally an overall of 12,000. So it's an overall of 13,715 rand worth of withdrawals, right? So we have come to the end of today's video. I'm going to do more breakdowns like this, and I'm going to try challenge myself to also improve my trading. But I hope you guys found a lot of value. If you do enjoy this kind of content, share this with a friend who actually trades, because it can be really useful and helpful to them. But let's have a good trading month in February and challenge ourselves. Make sure you find inspiration. And for those who hate and think it's fake, yes, it's fake. Oh my gosh. I hate those people in the comment section. But hey man, I'm here to educate. For those who want to say other things, man, that's on you. But for those who are here to learn, hey man, good luck with your trading. Wishing you the best. See you in the next video. Good luck with your trading. Cheers.